the tyre struggle again. Right, so these Michelin tyres that I fell out with, I was in a bad mood on Saturday, wasn't I? So I've been on the phone to my colleague about something earlier this morning, and I got on to asking him about his tyres, because it was him that recommended these Michelin Agilis tyres, and he used to be a tyre fitter as well. He's got 40,000 miles on his tyres, and I said, right, well, what am I doing wrong then? Because, you know, I've had 5 tyres in less than 12 months, I think. And he said he's running his at a lower pressure. He says, go and check your tyres, I bet you they're at 60 psi. They've just gone round all 4 corners, sure enough, they're all at 60 psi. He said, right, drop your front tyres to 35 and drop your back tyres to 50, 55. And he's never had a problem. So that's what I've just done. So we'll see. I need to get wear out of these tyres whatever happens, because I'm not going to scrap good tyres. So I need to get through them. So we'll try that, and if that works, then I'll just stick with them, I suppose. But like I say, it's a bit of a pain in the backside having sided tyres, because my spare tyre then doesn't do. You know, you can't just leave it on. You have to swap wheels about to make everything right. But that's what I'm going to try. I'm going to chuck all this gear off the back of the van. I've been doing all paperwork from Saturday this morning, so all that's up to date. I can start my working week now with a clean slate, so to speak. So it's after 10 o'clock now. I've got a 2.5 hour drive up to my first job, and then the second job's 15 minutes away from that. So I've also got a lot of fluids to go in the van. I need to put AdBlue in it, I need to put diesel in it, I need to put screen wash in it. So yeah, just going to get geared up to go, but maybe I should have done these jobs tomorrow when I've got to start straight from home. But anyway, such is life. I'm not in a pinch to get home tonight, whereas tomorrow and Wednesday I need to be back before 6 o'clock. So I'll just go and have a day out today, I think. Right, sunny over here. 140 LCR with a nice little Encon setup look. So the first 3 weeks, the operator, the owner, noticed that it was a great machine, but just this last couple of weeks, this fan, which you can hear revving away in the background, just doesn't knock itself off. I'm just going through the engine software just now. I can't see any temperatures that are looking unusual. The environment temperature, which is here, is reading 16 degrees. That's the sensor that we've had problems with on the 210s. Engine oil temperature, coolant temperature 82 degrees, which is accurate. It's been running all morning. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything jumping out at me as being unusual. Intake manifold temp 16 degrees. Air inlet temp 16 degrees, intake manifold 20 degrees, which is obviously close to the engine, so there'll be a bit of residual heat coming off the engine. So there is nothing on this that is making me suspicious of a bad temp sensor. Hydraulic oil temperature is reading 28 degrees, which that fan's running all day long. That hydraulic oil will be lovely and cool, won't it? So I think we've got a bad fan. I'm going to stop the machine in a minute and check powers to the fan. I can view the fan in my other diagnostic program. I should be able to override the fan speed. Right, I've found this wire here was set underneath this here, so we've got a bit of damage there. There's also a bit nasty looking on here as well, so I'm going to unplug it, bring this bit of wire and leave out and cut it open, and we'll see what we find. It might be nothing, But whatever the weather, that needs sorting first, because I mean that's fairly crushed, that like. That loom's opened up, but the wiring's actually seems to be free of any damage, which is disappointing. It hasn't quite broken through the conduit. Yeah. Right, so these fans will go flat out. It's reading the fan speed, but if you take the power away from it, it'll go flat out, I'm pretty sure. Either that or the thing itself isn't reacting to what the engine's telling it to do. Well, it isn't, because when I try and override it, it just has no reaction. I might need a new fan hub. That'll be fun, won't it? Good night. So you see with my laptop I can change the engine RPM to whatever I want. So if I've set it to 1400 there, I'll hit apply there now. I've set to 1900, it's away. Deselect it. Turn the engine RPM down. Whereas the fan speed, I should be able to set it to 50% say. Select it, apply, doesn't do anything, it's still running flat out. Got that set to 100%, you can hear it's noisy. Turn it down to totally off, click apply, doesn't do anything. Right, wiring diagram now, see what's going on. I think that clutch isn't responding to the inputs because I've got everything that I need at the plug. You see, it's a bit sketchy back probing that plug. I did have a go and I clipped my finger end on the fan. So I'm just gonna get a clutch. It's the worst that could happen. Look forward to that video soon. DX85. Just missed a nasty shower. Right, we'll have a go with this. They're currently playing around on the Kubota at the minute, so we'll leave them be and then I'll get them to come and have a feel once I've made some adjustments. But first I'll just have a bit track about on hard surface. Should be fairly good at tracking straight. I'm gonna shut this window, stop that getting wet, and as we know, we don't want any moisture on that switch. So we'll give it a go. See what it does. Bit of deviation, as you can see. But I honestly think that'll be within spec. What I'll do, I'll go back up towards the van, jack the machine up, just check that the tracks are tensioned the same. That track isn't as tight as that one. I'll go and get a tape measure. Or maybe when I stand here. Tape measure will tell us though. Ah, good. Just where I wanted that. Didn't lock my toolbox. Damn it. Right then. We are 17.1 there and 15.8 83 there. Can't see any grease leaking, so we'll just give it a couple of shots of grease. Make that track the same same as the other side. Like I say, you'll never get them machines to track perfectly in a straight line, that is a fact. But the best chance you've got is keeping everything the same. So we'll do that. The driver's just been over saying that there's a bit of a vibration through the levers. I had a plate leveling that stone off and it wasn't the nicest thing to try and do, to be fair, so I'll make some adjustments which you won't see on camera, because I don't want you lot up and down the countryside twisting and adjusting valves and then stuff goes awry and you don't know what you've done, and then somebody like me's got to turn up and work out what you have done. Okay. Pretty much the same. I think if I give it another shot it'll just go a bit over, so 1 millimetre. We're not working on a Formula 1 car, remember? It doesn't have to be perfect, but yeah, that'll give it a good chance. That's the track I've just done. Much nicer than the first one. It's still not perfect. It still does wander off a bit. It would be even worse if I was to go and track down that field over there. But it's just one of those things that you've got to live with these 85-3s. So same for the Bobcat. In fact, it was a Bobcat at my old place. I must have spent about 4 or 5 hours going through the pump setup procedure, and the machine was uncontrollable. It was horrible after that. So that's when I learned how to set it up a little bit better just by feel, and then it still wouldn't track in a straight line. So the side that we thought was slow, put a new travel motor on it. Well, we took one off a brand new machine, swapped it, and it was exactly the same. Exactly the same. You'll never get two motors that are identical, so you'll always find one will turn quicker than the other, and then that's exaggerated when you get into soft going or grass, because it's going to try and turn the easier track. True story. That fan belt needs adjusting, so we'll do that. I'll give these pumps a little bit of a tweak. Right, we'll pop that bonnet. Right, driver's had a go. He's giving it a thumbs up. He says it's miles better. So that's a big tick in my box. I'll always try and let the driver have a go if I've made any adjustments, because at the end of the day, they're going to be the people that are sat pulling the levers. If they can't make the machine work for them, then might as well have not been. So I'm going to pack up now. Thankfully. What time of day are we on? It'll be later than I expect because I didn't get up here till 6:10, so I should be on for 6:10, 4, so I should be on for 6:30. Hopefully. Right, I'll wind this short video up. Like I say, I'm just going to gather a bit of footage again to kind of cover my time training. What's the date today? 17th, so I think it's it next week. Yeah, be off. I'll have another week's holiday coming.